Hello everyone, this is Patrick Larson, and today I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about the bird photography that I do. Every year I do a calendar for my bird photos and people seem to like it, and so I thought I'd tell you a few things about birding that you might enjoy. The birding lens that I use is a Tamron 150 to 600 millimeter. And the camera that it's on is the Nikon D7100, which allows for a focal length of about 900 millimeters to get really close to those birds out there. The important thing to remember about bird photography is that you have to keep your shutter speed really high in order to get the sharpness that you want from your lens, because when you're holding this lens, it tends to, at the long end of the lens, be able to, it amplifies the vibration. So this lens happens to have vibration control on it, and always keep that on unless your shutter speed's really high. If you have a tripod, it's better not to use that lens vibration control. The reason for that is that on a tripod, sometimes the vibration control will actually make your pictures more blurry because the tripod is trying to keep it still and the lens is trying to change the, it's trying to fix your sharpness for you. One other thing about this lens is that if it's at a very long focal length like this, it amplifies any kind of vibration. So you want to keep your shutter speed high, and that would be about 1/1250th of a second or higher. It depends on how steady your hand is. This lens, I've gotten really good sharpness at about 1/800th of a second. And for the aperture setting, you want to keep it set to about f8 to get the best sharpness. You can open it up a little bit wider, but that's up to you. The other way that I get really good images from this camera is to use auto ISO, so that I'm not worrying about setting all of my settings in manual. I usually keep it set over on the manual setting right here, M, but then also set the ISO to auto so that it can set the ISO for you. This way you can always have your shutter speed at a definite setting and have your aperture set to a constant setting. The only thing that's variable is your ISO. The other thing that you need to keep in mind when using this camera or in birding in general is to keep your focus mode on continuous servo. It's also called servo. In Canon, I'm not sure what it's called, but in Nikon, it's called continuous focus, AFC. So if you put it into that mode, anywhere you're focusing, if the bird moves, the focus will reset for you. So that's really a good option. Otherwise, I hope that this has been informative. Make sure to give me any comments below and I'll get back with you on those. Thank you.